to Tobago one more time, and we're going to be chatting about empowering women. Now, in Tobago, there is going to be a business expo on Sunday in recognition of International Women's Day. So about that, I'm going to be chatting with Nigel Phillip, who is the Gender Officer in charge of Gender Affairs, Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development in Tobago, as well as Billy Sterling Lewis, who is the Manager Adapt of Children, Family and Service Units, Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development in Tobago as well. Good morning and welcome. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, welcome.
Oh, great. Thank you for being with us this morning. Now, as I just mentioned, the division will hold a business expo on Sunday. What is the premise of it?
Okay, good morning, everyone, viewers. First of all, I just want to say the Business Expo has to do with a part of another program, which is another unit in the division, which is called the REACH program. The REACH program is called the Realization of Economic Achievement, which deals with the empowerment of women. Now, what that unit does, it helps women, mainly primarily women, with a small grant to start a business in order to enable themselves to move from one place to another place, or which is a better place in terms of business opportunities.
What type of business does the grant provide for?
Okay, the grant provides persons to go into business in areas like craft, food business. You can do hair, you can do various things that would help in order to help themselves. It's not a huge grant. A grant is of $7,500 approximately. And that grant is basically to help buy like certain appliances or equipment that will help them to start their own business.
Okay, yeah, that is not like a lean grant at all. It can do quite a bit in the right hands and with the right guidance as well. So you will be highlighting the young entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, who were successful recipients of this REACH grant. Would you like to tell us about the individuals who had received the grant?
I didn't get you. Could you repeat what you said?
The conference, the expo will also highlight the young entrepreneurs, the young female entrepreneurs who were successful recipients of the REACH grant. Would you like to tell us a little of each recipient?
Okay, so what will happen? First of all, let me talk about where the exposition would be held. The exposition would be held at the Mount Urban Beach facility on March 8th, which signifies the International Women's Day.
This Sunday.
Right? And behind that, the recipients of the grants who would come on the beach there itself, on the beachfront, on the beach facility, and that they were able to set up in areas, as I was indicated, in terms of craft. So we have women who would have received grants for craft, and also in terms of food, producing food items like local dishes, like Tobago dishes. You have persons who will be doing sweets, who will be selling sweets, or that is significant to Tobago, and other things. Now, also, reason why for that, as International Women's Day, as is marked, is about empowerment. And empowering these women is that they can have these business opportunities, that they can enhance their family living lifestyle. So some of these women may not be working, and having such a grant to go into business will open them up to business opportunities, because on that particular day we have two cruise ships that will be coming into the island of Tobago. So they have that opportunity of having external investment of persons coming to see what they have and what they can maybe carry out, and that they can have that investment, that they can have the possibility of having their market be known outside, or to sell outside in other countries.
And Billy, I just want to bring into the conversation as well. As pertains to the grant that's given, is there any follow-up that is done with the recipients of the grants to see how their business is going even after events such as this?
There is some follow-up that is done to an extent, and often the unit would provide training opportunities for small business owners so they can continue to learn to manage their monies, expand their businesses, and different things like that. So on occasion, we will have those programs extended to the entrepreneurs.
That's fantastic. And when it comes to those who may be looking on right now and probably wondering how they can become recipients of the REACH grant in the future, what is the rubric by which you determine who can get these grants? You know, what are the requirements?
Well, there is a criteria, a set criteria, all of which I won't be able to share here, but generally there has to be a particular economic level in that person's life, income, so below a certain level, and they must show proof of being able to enter this business legitimately.
Right.
And possibly, well, at that time of requesting it, being able to sustain the business. There are other things that are looked at, but each request is put before a committee.
Okay.
And it is the committee that makes that final decision.
All right. And just before we close off, if there were persons watching this morning who wanted to get more information on the expo or get more information on the grants as well, how do they contact you?
So the persons can contact the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development, specifically the REACH unit or the Gender Affairs unit. And the office number is 639-3395. And from there, you could be directed to any of those units or anybody else who could help you at that particular time. So the number is 639-3395. Or they could visit the office at 107 Wilson Road, which is the Habe building. Right, I always say right there after Costco's supermarket.
All right, fantastic. I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. Nigel Phillip, Gender Officer in charge of Gender Affairs, Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. Also, Billy Sterling Lewis, Manager, Adapt Children and Family Service Unit of the Division of Health, Wellness and Family Development. Now,